Good morning, students. Welcome to today's class. Dear children, yesterday we are discussing a beautiful lesson, that is to my countrymen by great scientist, the president of India, former president of India, that is APJ Abdul Kalam. So in this lesson, it was extracted from Kalam's book Ignited Minds, isn't it? Yes. So in this lesson, Kalam is telling us about the power of imagination. Every person, every human being has the power of imagination, and it is in the art of creative process, and it is the very substance of life, and it is the only difference between the winners and the losers. So how many of us have identified this power of imagination? Those who are recognizing, those who are use this power of imagination, and they have become the winners. Those who cannot, they have become the losers. So that's why Kalam is telling us about his dreams. In coming 20 years, he wanted to see literate and poverty-free India. And he also dreamt India has to govern by noble leaders. And he also dreamt system where the work of scientists and technologists is focused on specific missions driven by goals relevant to the common. So these are the dreams of our APJ Abdul Kalam. So how it will come true? What we have to do for this? That is, we also give the suggestions for that. We need to realize he also told that the missions are bigger than institutions, and institutions are bigger than the individuals who run them. So if there is integrated revolution, also integrated effort, if we have put integrated effort, we can produce 2 lakh megawatt of electric power. If the thermal, hydroelectric, nuclear and non-conventional sectors work together, or they put integrated effort, it is possible. And if agriculture scientists, biotechnologists and irrigation experts working together, it is possible to happen second green revolution. So till that we have discussed. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಾಂ ಅವರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, the importance of power of imagination, ಈ ಕಲ್ಪನಾ ಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರ ಕನಸುಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಂದಿನ 20 ವರ್ಷಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಅಕ್ಷರಸ್ಥ ಬಡತನ ಮುಕ್ತ ಭಾರತವನ್ನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ನೋಬಲ್ ಲೀಡರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಭಾರತವನ್ನು ಆಳ್ವಿಕೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು, ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನರು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಮ್ಮ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ರೂಪಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಜಗ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಮಗ್ರ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಒಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಸಾಧಿಸಬಹುದು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ 2 ಲಕ್ಷ ಮೆಗಾವ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿದ್ಯುತ್ತನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಹಾಗೆಯೇ 2ನೇ ಹಸಿರು ಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸಾಧಿಸಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ದ ಲೆಸನ್. Without proper diagnostic facilities in clinics and off-label drugs reaching our masses, our biotechnology laboratories and medical councils will continue to perpetuate each other's survival without serving the purpose of their existence. To set in place the most advanced medical facilities and make these available to the people at reasonable prices. I have dwelt upon my own experience that made me aware of the energy field which is created by a vision. It is a power that arises from deep within you. This power is the basis for the movement towards excellence. We saw at the time of independence, I have been touched by this power on many occasions. While facing a challenge, pre-independence India reverberated with it. It helped us humble a mighty empire. Jamshedji Naseerwalji Tata brought the steel industry to India even though the British rulers were not favorably disposed to the idea. Acharya P.C. Roy nurtured the chemical and pharmaceutical industries. We saw the birth of many great industries like the Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru, started by J.N. Tata, the Banaras Hindu University, established by Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya, and Aligarh Muslim University, set up by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Some of the progressive Maharajas too set up universities as in Baroda. There are many examples in all these cases. The motivation was to see India come up in the world and to demonstrate that India can do it. Are we in a position to continue that work? Revive that spirit of enterprise? Shall we ever see ports designed and manufactured in India, dotting the roads in Frankfurt or Seoul? Or Indian satellite launch vehicles place communication, weather and remote sensing satellites of other nations in orbit? Or see India build power stations for the USA, Japan and China? The possibility will remain remote if we stay with the present trend of low aim. Today, we are witnessing good progress in the software sector, but almost all of the hardware is imported. Can we rise higher on the value scale there? Can India design an operating system that will become a household name in the world of computers? Our exports consist to a large extent of low value raw material such as iron, ore and alumina. Can we not convert these into a wide range of products that find an international market? We have hundreds of defense production industries, but why does India not manufacture and market the main battle tank, missiles, aircrafts, guns and other defense equipment? We have the most important core competence in the form of our multifaceted, multifaceted manpower and basic infrastructure. What is it that now do not live? So, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he has telling us to set up high goals, high aims. If you have set up low aim or low goals, even you will achieve the low one. So that's why we have to set up high goals. Is continuing to talking about the integrated effort. Can the second without proper diagnostic facilities in clinics. So in clinics, in hospitals, if you have no proper diagnostic facilities, ನಮ್ಮ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿಯಾದಂತಹ ರೋಗವನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಫರ್ಡೆಬಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಸರಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಆಫರ್ಡೆಬಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ AFFO or DAAD. AFFO or DAAD. Affordable means having enough money, to buy or pay for something. ಏನನ್ನಾದರೂ ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಹಣ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಆ ಪದ ಸೂಚಿಸುತ್ತೆ. Affordable drugs reaching our masses. Our biotechnology laboratories and medical councils will continue to perpetuate each other's survival without serving the purpose of their existence. So, the proper diagnostic facilities and affordable drugs, if is not available to our masses. Our biotechnology means Jaivika biotechnology laboratories. Biotechnology laboratories means Jaivika prayogalayadu and medical councils. ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳು will continue to perpetuate each other survival. ಒಬ್ಬರಿಂದ ಒಬ್ಬರು ತಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, without serving the purpose of their existence. So what is the purpose of medical councils and biotechnological laboratories? What is the purpose of their existence? The main purpose of their existence is to set in place the most advanced medical facilities. So they have to give most advanced medical facilities. ಅವುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಜನರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಮುಂದುವರಿದಂತಹ ಈ ಆಧುನಿಕವಾದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಆರೋಗ್ಯದ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒದಗಿಸಬೇಕು. To make these available to the people at reasonable prices. Reasonable prices means ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬೆಲೆಗೆ, ಕೈಗೆ ತಾಕುವ ಬೆಲೆಗೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಈ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಔಷಧಿಗಳು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬೆಲೆಗೆ ದೊರಕುವಂತೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು. I have dwelt upon my own experience. here Kalam is telling about his own experience that made me aware of the energy field which is created by a vision. ಒಂದು ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನದಿಂದ ಆ ಒಂದು ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಅನುಭವವನ್ನು ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. It is a power that arises from deep within you. So, if you have that power, if you have that aim, if you have that goal, it is there within you. Power that arises from deep within you. ನಮ್ಮ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕೂಡ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. This power is the basis for the movement towards excellence we saw at the time of independence. So when we struggle for independence, we have experienced this power. ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಹೋರಾಟವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಈ ಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಅರಿವಿದೆ. ಯಾವ ಶಕ್ತಿ? ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂತಃಕರಣದಲ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಒಂದು ಆ ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ ಇದೆ, ಅದರ ಅರಿವಾಗಿದೆ. I have been touched by this power on many occasions while facing a challenge. So Kalam has experienced this power in many occasions when he was facing problem or challenges. ಯಾವಾಗ ಅವರು ಸವಾಲುಗಳನ್ನು ಎದುರಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಇಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಅನುಭವ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. Pre-independence India reverberated with it. It helped us humble a mighty empire. ಆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋರಾಟದಲ್ಲಿ pre-independence India reverberated with it. ಆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋರಾಟವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಚಯ ನಮಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. Write another difficult word. Perpetuate. Perpetuate. Continue to exist. Continue to exist for a long time. For a long time. So, if the biotechnologist or the biotechnology laboratories, medical councils, if they want to perpetuate for a long time, they have to serve, they have to give the advanced medical facilities to the monks. So the power it is there with us, in us. Kalam has given so many examples, those who are identified that power and they achieved a lot. The next paragraph, Kalam is giving the example for that. Jamshedji Nasirwanji Tata brought the steel industry to India. So the first steel industry had been established by Jamshedji Nasirwanji Tata. Why? Even though the British rulers were not favorable disposed to the idea. So in that time there was a British rule in India and they were not supporting to Jamshedji Tata and they are not they didn't wish to establish the steel industry in India. But even though Jamshedji Nasirwanji Tata, he succeeded in establishing first steel industry in India. ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ ವಿರೋಧವಿದ್ದಾಗ್ಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಜೇಮ್ಸ್ ಶೆಟ್ಜಿ ಟಾಟಾ ಅವರು ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆಯನ್ನು, ಕಬ್ಬಿಣದ ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಯಿತು. ಆಚಾರ್ಯ PC Roy nurtured the chemical and pharmaceutical industry. ಆಚಾರ್ಯ PC Roy ಅವರು ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಅವರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, PC ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಅವರು ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ he has established chemical and pharmaceutical industries in India. He has started, he has nurtured, he founded, he was the founder of chemical and pharmaceutical industry in India. We saw the birth of many great industries like the Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru, started by J.N. Tata. And J.N. Tata, he also started Indian Institute of Science in Bengaluru. And so many industries also has been started in India. Banaras Hindu University established by Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya. So Madan Mohan Malviya, he has started or established the Banaras Hindu University. Aligarh Muslim University set up by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. And Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he has set up Aligarh Muslim University, and some of the progressive Maharajas who set up universities as in Baroda. Some progressive Maharajas, those who are having India having the vision, the great vision of this country, have established universities as in Baroda. There were many examples. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಗತಿಶೀಲರಾದಂತಹ ಮಹಾರಾಜರು ಕೂಡ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ತಮ್ಮದೇ ಆದಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಾಂ ಅವರು ಏನನ್ನ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗುರುತಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಸಾಧನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ ವಿರೋಧವಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಜೇಮ್ಸ್ ಶೆಟ್ಜಿ ಟಾಟಾ ಮೊದಲ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಆಚಾರ್ಯ PC ರಾಯ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫಾರ್ಮಾಸ್ಯೂಟಿಕಲ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿನ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಮದನ ಮೋಹನ ಮಾಳವೀಯ ಅವರು ಮೊದಲ ಒಂದು ಹಿಂದೂ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಬನಾರಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಸರ್ ಸೈಯದ್ ಅಹಮದ್ ಖಾನ್ ಅವರು ಅಲಿಗಢ್ ವಿಶ್ವ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಲವಾರು ಮಹಾರಾಜರು ಕೂಡ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. There are many examples. In all these cases, the motivation was to see India come up in the world and demonstrate that India can do it. ಇದೆಲ್ಲದರ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನಂದರೆ, India can do it. India can do anything. That we have to show to the world. We have to show to this world that India can do it, anything and everything. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅವರ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ಭಾರತವು ಕೂಡ ಏನನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡಬಲ್ಲದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸುವುದು. Are we in a position to continue that work? So all these great personalities have done their work. Are we in the position of continuing this work? ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಅವರ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಾ? ರಿವೈವ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಇದೆಯಾ? Shall we ever see cars designed and manufactured in India, dotting the roads in Frankfurt or Seoul? ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ತಯಾರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾರು ಫ್ರಾಂಕ್ಫರ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಿಯೋಲ್ನ ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಓಡಾಡೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? Or Indian satellite launch vehicles place communications, weather and remote sensing satellites of other nations in orbit. Indian satellite launch vehicles, ಭಾರತದ ಉಪಗ್ರಹ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಗಳು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್, ಸಂವಹನಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತಹ, ವೆದರ್ ಹವಾಮಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತಹ, ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಸೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ತರಂಗಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು, ಉಪಗ್ರಹಗಳನ್ನು, ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶದ ಉಪಗ್ರಹಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸೇರಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನಾ? ಆರ್ ಸಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಪವರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ USA, ಜಪಾನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಚೀನಾ. ಅಮೇರಿಕ, ಜಪಾನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಚೀನಾಗಳಿಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಪವರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಯಾರಿಸತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಹಂತವನ್ನು ತಲುಪ್ತೀವಾ? The possibility will remain remote if we stay with the present trend of low aim. ನಾವು ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಸಣ್ಣ ಗುರಿಗಳನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆಗಳು ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಕನಸಾಗೆ ಉಳಿತವೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ thing that Kalam wanted to explain us about, that is, we should set up high goals. We should set up high goals and high aims, and we should think in a high manner or about high achievements. Today we are witnessing good progress in the software sector, but almost all of the hardware is imported. So we are achieving so many things in software section. ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ಸಾಧನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟೆಡ್. ಅದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು? ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಇವತ್ತು? ಆಮದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ರೈಸ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆನ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ದೇರ್? ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ರಫ್ತನ್ನ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಆಮದನ್ನ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಲ್ಲ? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಡಿಸೈನ್ an operating system that will become a household name in the world of computers? Can India design operating system that will become household name in the world of computers? So we have achieved a lot in the software field, but even though we can design a system which will become household in the field of computer or in the world of computer. ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆ ಮಾತಾಡುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ತಯಾರಿಸಬಹುದಲ್ವಾ? Our exports consist of a large extent of low value raw material such as iron ore and aluminum. Our exports consist of large extent. ನಾವು ಏನು ರಫ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಏನನ್ನು ರಫ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಕಬ್ಬಿಣದ ಅದಿರನ್ನ, ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ ಅದಿರನ್ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಇವತ್ತು? ರಫ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಐರನ್ ಓರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ. Here, can we not convert these into a wide range of products that find an international market? So being export the raw material, we can use that raw material and make new products. We convert these into wide range of products. So using that raw material, we should product wide range of different product and find an international market. ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಾರುಕಟ್ಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ? ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಚ್ಚಾ ಪದಾರ್ಥಗಳನ್ನ ಬಳಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಸಿದ್ಧ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಮಾರುಕಟ್ಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಐರನ್ ಓರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ ಅಂಡ್ ಅದರ್ raw materials, we should product new types of things and we have to sell this in international market. Then we will get more financial benefits. We have hundreds of defense productions industries. So to manufacture industrial goods, we have so many number of industries. But why does India not manufacture and market the main battle? So even though we have large number of defense production industry, even though that we are exporting or we are importing the battle tank, missiles, aircrafts, guns and other defense equipment. We have the most important core competence in the form of our multifaceted manpower and basic infrastructure. What is it that we can do? We do not have. So we have a large number of manpower and multifaceted manpower and infrastructure. So even though we are having all these things, we are failing to produce, we are failing to fulfill our needs. So what we have, don't have. Let's see in the next class or take a homework for today's class. Homework. What is Dr. Kalam's view on the good progress we have made in the software sector. So this is the only one question I am giving you for today's homework. I hope you have all understand the lesson well. Okay, thank you.